Good day everyone, I am Jamal M. Sibalias, and today's video, we're gonna talk about the guidelines to consider in choosing a computer hardware and software in business. So, desktop and laptop computers, servers, printers, portable storage devices, video cards, and telephone systems are all examples of small company hardware. In general, any physical technology product comes into this category. Since items can take up a percentage of your IT budgets, it's critical to think carefully about new acquisitions. Each item will have its own set of options and characteristics. However, there are a few things to keep in mind with many of those transactions. So now, we will talk about the guidelines to consider in choosing a computer hardware in business. So first, we have range of features. Make a list of vital characteristics that your company employs on a regular basis before you start your research. Various alternatives will most likely be available for each product. As a result, double-check that your list and the characteristic of the product are compatible. If your team frequently want to be sure that any new devices, for example, you'll want to be sure that any new printer you buy has a mobile printing options. So, if all of those documents are simple, however, it may not be necessary to invest in a device with other printing capabilities or other complex features. So second is speed and performance. So most hardware devices feature a processor or CPUs that controls the device's speed and performance. The more processing power your computer or hardware device has, the faster it can work. Higher processing power also enables your device to handle higher workloads and execute more complex tasks. Certain CPUs are designed to do certain high-performance tasks like as gaming or video editing. However, for most business operations, a recent generation processors with adequate comms and clock rates will suffice. If you're not sure what all the technical language means your organizations, try hiring IT consultant to assess your needs and identify the right products for you. So next, we have the storage. So storage and memory have an impact on a wide range of technology, from computers to other devices. In a nutshell, this refers to the quantity of data a gadget can store for you to access and use. Everything from simple documents and images to complex programs and applications requires storage. So performance is also influenced by the quantity of storage available. The closer you get to your storage constraints, the slower your device will likely get. As a result, storage and speed frequently go hard and hard. So, when purchasing new gear, you must first determine how much room you're actually required. If at all possible, look at what you have stored on your present hardware products. So, to augment storage on your main computing devices, there are additional cloud storage and external hardware possibilities. However, when all of these factors are taken into account, the amount of storage on your devices should be far greater than what you actually use. Gigabytes and terabytes are commonly used to measure storage capacity. So next, from storage, we have mobility. At least once a week, 52% of employees around the world work remotely. Even if you don't telecommute or enable your staff to do so, you're likely to travel of business or need to access work files from a location other than your desk on occasions. The gear usually can have a significant impact on your team's ability to operate remotely or remain mobile and agile on a daily basis. Laptops may be preferable to desktops if you need to be able to work from anywhere. You might also buy a thumb drive or a small external disk if you're required for data to be accessible from multiple locations. So mobility is one of the guidelines to consider or to choose a computer hardware in business. So from mobility, lastly, it is the budget. So budget, of course, an important consideration when purchasing a small business. Hardware, on the other hand, can be quite costly, or it is expensive. In 2019, small firms aim to spend around 41% of them IT spending on hardware acquisitions. Purchases of desktop computers, laptops, and servers account for a significant percentage of these smaller purchases, such as printers and telephony equipment can add up quickly. So this isn't to say that you should merely look for the cheapest option. It's critical to first assess the requirements outlined above, which include anything from crucial features to speed and storage capacity. Then you can look around for the best deal within that set of requirements. Also, keep an eye out for price anomalies. The last thing you want is to spend money on new gear just to have it fail after a few months. There are certain solutions that can help you to save money, such as second-hand or recondition items. However, make sure you do your homework and purchase from a reliable source. When making large purchases, look for choices that include a warranty to protect your investment. From guidelines in choosing hardware in business, let's move on in guidelines in choosing software in business. So, choosing software is not a quick or easy process. Many small business owners and managers know they need a new system but are put off by the number of competing products, the amount of time needed to evaluate each one, or a fear of choosing the wrong solutions. It's a tough task for a business or any size deciding which software to use. We all know the fact that we need software for managing data records and reporting. But how do we know which software or for business is best for our company? So, in purchasing software, it helps to know exactly what you want to use the software for. So, there are a few other considerations in choosing software in business as well. So, first we have budget. It is a top consideration when selecting software for business. When considering options for software, you need to begin with your company's budget. Software programs can range into the tens of thousands of dollars along with the monthly usage fees. So, you need to work out what you can afford and how much you're willing to pay in licensing and fees. So, the good news is that there is so much competition in the software space that you can also always find a product within your budget. So, many software companies will change licensing fees for each staff member using the software. So, make sure your budget based on the total number of staff who will require to access to the product. So, budget is one of the most important to consider in selecting hardware or software in business. So, next, from budget to scalability. So, your business may be small now, but what happens when it grows larger in a few years? One key factor to think about is scalability and whether or not the software has um the hardware or the software has the functionality and bandwidth to increase a size. So you'll want to find the right software that will benefit your company for long term, not just temporarily. So in selecting a hardware in software in business, scalability is one of the most important. Okay, and next is the customization. Every business is unique and has a special needs and requirements. So it helps to find a software company that can customize their product for your business. This doesn't fit everyone. So ideally, you want to be able to personalize your product, remaining features you don't need and adding those what you do. Next, from customization is learning curve for your staff. Learning a new software system can be tricky, especially if the product is complex and intricate. So you'll want to give thought to how long it will take your staff to be comfortable using the product. So if it is a long learning curve, keep in mind that your staff will need a lot of training and support, which can be both expensive and can cut into their productivity for a few weeks or months. So, next is the security. Security is another big consideration with so many common cyber threats out there to hack into businesses, especially the online cyber attacks, which could be because of bankruptcy of many businesses. So this is why you need to look for software that offer the best possible security, measuring the data from both your customers and staff, that it may them to be safe. Secure software is a major way to keep your business safe. So don't take any risk. So in choosing a software in business, you need to consider the security, because in security, it is one of the most important, especially when you're dealing online. Because there's a lot of people who's passionately engaging in the cyber attacks wherein they will hack your information data about your company, and it can ruin everything. So you need to consider the security. So next we have customer support. Customer support services are important when purchasing any product, including you and your staff are sure to have plenty of questions when learning the new product, and you're likely to lead ongoing teach support as well. So customer support is also needed to help with recovering business data, and it is essential service in case anything important is lost or accidentally deleted. So make sure the software company offers customer support, and also make sure it's open within the hours of your business. Customer support to reporting features. One key function of software is reporting. You want to be able to use your software to easily run reports, analyze data, and look for areas of improvement. So before purchasing, make sure the software reporting functions are in alignment with that your company needs. So if not, will be tough to run reports, and you won't be getting the full software. Should save your time, not make things more complicated. So in choosing a software in business, you must consider the reporting features in order for you to have the productivity and the the functionality of the software that you purchase. And lastly, the ongoing maintenance requirements. Software isn't static in product you purchase. Once and you've done, it requires ongoing maintenance and fees, with new versions being released from time to time. So it's the responsibility of the IT department, but be sure to assign this to someone. So using outdated versions of software can put your company's security at risk. So make sure you understand all of the ongoing maintenance requirements before purchasing new software. So in general, it is most important that you need to be cautious in choosing or purchasing a software computer in business. So you need to think carefully because it is one of the most important things to be considered, especially the security. So in that particular field, in choosing a hardware and software in business, you must to be considered the following of what I've discussed earlier because it is one of the most important in order for you to success productivity and development of your one's business. That's all and thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead.